like, well, you said we were doing this all the way. We're like, how much time do we have to fully complete everything? We'll use that, thing on the next project or whatnot. And, we're definitely always trying to push as much as we can, keeping it
within the time constraints.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the one thing with comic books, with pretty much any kind of industry where you have a deadline. With a movie, it has a release date. A television show has to be out every Monday or whatever it's going to be. You're going to have certain things you're going to have to fall back to later at a later date. You're going to have to get it done. And that's the toughest thing in this business, is trying to do as much as you can in the time you have.
Yeah, it's like that in every business. Biggest thing probably is for Nintendo, because the new Zelda was supposed to come out this holiday, and it's not now. So Nintendo's losing like millions, if not millions, because they have a big game coming out this holiday season. They're gonna get squashed. It's just crazy.
You better want to talk video games? Go for hours. Yes.
Michael, as an artist and a storyteller, what issues do you think are important to communicate with your audience?
Oh gosh, I have tons of things to talk about with each project. Fathom to me was trying to explain there's a whole world that we don't know about that's 1 foot underneath the water, down to 30 feet underwater you have more species of life than there are on the surface. I came about Fathom because I did a shark dive in Tahiti where they put me down the bottom of the ocean and no cages or anything, just had 150 black-tip sharks to a feeding frenzy in front of me. And I was just sitting there going, oh my God, there's not an alien story you can show me that wasn't as intense as that. And I was like, that's what I wanted to show. And also, I didn't want to preach, like the ecology or, preach oil spills and, all that kind of stuff. But that's what I wanted people to get, because, it's something I definitely feel strongly about, and I've definitely in the water my whole life, and I wanted people to get that whole feeling for surfing and scuba diving and appreciation for that. And with Soulfire, there's lots of underlying themes. Some I can't tell you because it gives away the story at the end. But there's underlying themes in every single thing, all the way down to the design aspect of the way we do everything. In Fathom, I'm hiding seahorses everywhere. In Soulfire, I'm hiding little dragonflies everywhere. But there's definitely an overall theme of what you're trying to get across. Ecos, I can't wait, because I have so many different things, both ecologically and politically, that I want to talk about. But not in a way that you're like, you need to hug a tree. But no, it's things that make people appreciate the things that they don't really necessarily see every day that they think about. It's like you just don't think about, what you throw in the water sometimes. And that you'll have to see the outcome of how that plays out, and then some of the stuff in Soulfire about how technology is and the way that we kind of rely on it, but we get away from the magic and the mysticism within ourselves and all that. So there's, again, I could go on for days about that kind of stuff, but that's kind of what, when you read the whole book, you sort of get that feeling for, and that's what I want to give you, is not is a feeling, not a don't pollute the water, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't want to show, Exxon oil spill segments, in Fathom. And I didn't really want to show a great white shark, because I thought that was sort of, cliched for underwater experiences. So to try to give you the different experience with every story in the book, and have a theme and an overall theme and underlying themes, and then just have fun.